Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my sister here with me and I picked up the Anastasia Subculture palette. This has been stormed about on the internet and honestly I've been watching the reviews and I just feel like I almost don't want to believe it. Like I feel like no way, these gotta be better than what I've been hearing. People are saying this is the worst palette ever and too much fallout, but I wanted to pick it up for myself and give it a try, and I also wanted to have two opinions rather than one, so that's why I invited my sister, and then I'm going to do a makeup look after swatches and all that on her. So if you want to see our thoughts and the look that I create at the end, then please keep watching. So I also pulled out the Modern Renaissance palette to compare the two with Kickback and all that, because I did find before this one even came out, this one did have a bit of fallout, but we'll see how much worse this one is as well. So as you can see, I've only touched a few colors just to do a quick look, but I really don't have any impressions on it yet. But these are all the colors. I think the palette range itself in general is gorgeous. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. I like all the different colors. I think this is a different palette than what you're typically used to seeing in palettes, so it's nice. You've got a lot of like orangey, greeny, yellow tones, which isn't really big.
Even the
blues. But now it's starting to, I think, make a trend, and I bet we're going to see other palettes that are going to kind of copy this or have something similar.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I feel like this palette, you can use any basic palette just to do like your transition, and then you use any one of these colors as a standout color right in the center of your lid or whatever, and that's really nice about it. So it's pretty versatile in that sense. You can do a really cool tone look or a really warm tone, just depending what you're looking for. But let's start off with just swatching the colors with our fingers first, and then we'll go out and use a couple brushes. I have a ton right here. Some BH, some Urban Decay as well. I brought out the Anastasia brush that comes with it. So we'll take turns swatching some colors just so you can see. So the first one is this one right here, and it looks white in the pan, but when you swatch it, as you can see, it comes out pink. In only certain lightings does it look somewhat white, but it actually comes out...
it's like a...
duochrome is really what it is, but it's actually
pink.
Like this.
It looks pink. Only in certain, only
and
certain lights.
I have to say, first off, this felt really, really buttery. So next, my sister's gonna swatch the shade Dawn. It's like this nudie brown color. How does it feel?
It feels smooth. I mean, it's a little powdery.
Little powdery,
but no, it feels.
Payoff's really good.
Yeah, it's
super
really nice pigmented.
It's hard to tell on my hand per se because it kind of blends in with my skin tone, but it came off really pigmented and not like patchy when you swatched it. That was one nice fluid stroke. This is the color Destiny. It's this army green color. Holy, that was buttery and holy. Yeah, that color was really pigmented. It swiped really nice.
It didn't come off in chunks, like it wasn't chalky like that. It just, when you smoothed it on, it smoothed across smoothly.
Like sometimes when I swatch things, it'll kind of like come dark and go light and then come dark again, if that makes sense. But it's one fluid pull of color. And then I'm also going to swatch Adorn and then Electric, the two glittery colors. So Electric is the one above, and that one actually did come off a little bit chalky, you could say, but Adorn came off really gorgeous, and it wasn't anything horrible, just a little chunk was a bit chalky.
Yeah, just when you swiped it across your hand.
But it is because it's a glittery color, right? So there's a lot of glitter coming off of it. So I think that's enough for finger swatches. Now I'm just going to show you a couple brush taps so you can see how powdery this product is, because it is pretty powdery. Now, the one that people have been saying the worst is Access, so that's the one I'm gonna tap to show you guys. And this is a Urban Decay brush. It came in the smoky one, and this one's really, really soft, like one of the softest brushes I own. And I'm not even gonna go full straight in like that. I'm gonna go on the side of the brush to make it even more softer of a touch. You can see I barely touched that and it was really powdery.
Wait, that's excess?
Yeah. And then you tap off the excess, and I don't know if you guys saw that in a camera lens, but it's really, really powdery. But again, if I'm blending it on my hand,
it blends out good.
It blends out great. I'm not having a problem where it's not blending, like the edges blend really nicely.
Yeah, that looks all good.
So that's right up there. I just put it on and started blending, and all the edges look pretty soft. So I'm excited to try this out as a look, because on the eye, obviously it's gonna be different rather than just swatching on your hands. So I'm just gonna prepare here, and then I'm gonna do a eyeshadow look on my sister. So I'm going to use the warm tones in this palette. I'll be using a little bit of Edge, Roxy, Fudge, this beautiful golden color. All these colors are really pretty, but she wanted more of a warm tone look, so that's what I'm gonna try out today. Let me know down below if you want me to try and do a cool tone look using maybe Access and those other colors. But yeah, let's just get started. So the first color I'll be using is Edge, this mustard yellowy color. Now I'm just going to pick up a nice big fluffy brush and just blend out the edges. Next, I'm going in with this shade New Wave. It's just a little bit more of a warm orangey color than Edge. And I'm just applying this in the crease as well, but just a little bit lower. The look I'm kind of looking for is a little bit like of a sunset sort of vibe. Starting off with the lighter colors and slowly bringing down more definition. Next, I'm going in with the shade Roxy right here, and this is just a really nice warm orange shade. Now going to deepen this eyeshadow look one more time using the shade All Star. It is like a burgundy maroon sort of color. Lastly, I'm going to go in with the shade Adorn right here, and I'm just going to use my finger and pack this onto her lid. This shade is gorgeous. It reminds me of one of the shimmer colors in the Morphe 35O palette. And it's super, super buttery. Like this one touch with my finger is spreading all the way across her lid perfectly. This is a gorgeous look. Honestly, this is one of the nicest looks I've done in a while. I'm really loving it. So that is it for the eyes. Pretty much the only thing I wish I could do is add one shimmery shade lighter for the center right in the inner corner, but the Subculture palette doesn't really have any other one except for Q, but it comes off completely pink when you use it, so I'm not going to add a random pink color right in the inner corner. So I'm actually just going to finish off this look with using the Modern Renaissance palette. This one's definitely been used a lot, but I'm just going to pick up the shade of Vermeer and add this into the inner corner, and then the look will be complete. So my sister just finished up her makeup off camera, and let's hear what you think. What do you think of the eyeshadows?
I really like it. Even though there is a lot of kickback, which kind of
she was watching me as I was tapping into each color.
Which kind of sucks because I would kind of be like, oh my gosh, there's so much wasted product. But not really if you think about it, because with normal eyeshadow palettes, you're usually always tapping off the excess anyhow. And if you go in lightly, typically it's not as bad as it would be if you're, you know, just really pushing your brush into there. So if you kind of think about it, you're actually using less product because you're tapping so lightly. And the products are really smooth. Like when we did the swatches, they went on. There was only like one or two, I think, that was kind of...
Which was the glittery one.
The glittery one.
A bit more chunky feeling, but...
Even the one that I said was kind of chalky, I thought about it. It wasn't, and it went on smoothly. I think it was just when I initially rubbed it, I got so much product that it was almost like... kind of went on like there was like a little ball.
Yeah.
But it's because there was so much, you just have to touch so lightly.
Yeah.
But I love it. Like, I love the colors. I think they're super pigmented.
As you can see, once more, like, the eyeshadow look came out phenomenal. Like, I added the darker colors at the end and the golden in the middle, and I really didn't have a problem. I do understand what people are getting at, sometimes saying, like, oh, if you're spending $55 on a palette, you shouldn't have to work so much with it. And that's why I think my personal idea to the whole thing is, maybe if you're a beginner at makeup, this palette might not be the best for you, because you do have to be more finicky with it. You gotta have a lighter hand, and you just have to be kind of a little bit more patient with the whole grabbing the product. But overall blending, I personally didn't have a problem. Yes, I didn't try the dark colors yet, so I can't say the whole thing is perfect. I'm gonna do a eyeshadow look on the dark colors really soon here and upload that and give my opinion on the cool darker colors. But for these warm colors that I tried out, the blending was fine, and I thought it might even be a little bit more difficult because I'm doing it on somebody else, which I always find is a little bit harder rather than just doing makeup on myself, because I know my own eyelid and shape like that. But I really didn't have a problem, and I didn't even get much fallout either. So personally, I really enjoyed this palette, and I'll let you guys know in future videos how I feel about the darker colors. I will be posting more tutorials with this palette, so if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe down below. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and comment down below if there's any video requests that you would like to see next. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.